What a sacrifice! To think the villagers actually poisoned themselves in order to poison the Blackroot clan. It may be morbid, but it's also brilliant. Of course, that really doesn't help us return the Blackroot warriors to their graves, does it? From what I gathered, one of Naaman's servants has stolen General Malgoth's bow and compels the Blackroot clan to fight by the right of theft. What we need to do is steal the general's bow back, and then we can release him from his vows. We must rely on the scenes of the past. After being poisoned, General Malgoth went to the Nereid Temple. It's likely he died within. I suggest you go in and search for the general's remains. I'll continue searching for clues out here in the forest. Be wary in there. Nereids wield dangerous magic and can never be trusted. It's no surprise they helped the villagers in their suicidal plot. In fact, the Nereids probably consider General Malgoth's bow a prize. They will defend his remains. Desperation turns enemies into allies. The villagers knew General Malgoth and the Blackroot clan were going to attack, and they knew they couldn't win. Likely they asked the Nereids for help, and the Nereids convinced them this was the best course. Of course, Malgoth sought to unite all the Bosmer under his leadership. He led the Blackroot clan to conquer much of Valenwood during the Bosmer tribal wars. Then, one day, they just disappeared. No one knew what happened, until now. The Bosmer have always been free peoples, bound only to the green. Rarely have the tribes united under singular leadership, although for a period many, like Malgoth, tried. Most of the so-called wars were not fought at all, but won by trickery. Yes, General Malgoth had traveled far and wide. He had seen the greatness that comes to those who conquer through military might. That you'd not heard of him is a tribute to the sacrifice of the Verlaine Bosmer. As barbaric as it seems, many clans still lived by the old traditions during the Bosmer tribal wars. Mind you, they didn't consume the bodies of the dead because they enjoyed the taste. It was a matter of tradition. Apparently so, though the tactics they embrace sound more like a Nereid plot than something the villagers themselves might have come up with on their own. For General Malgoth, that's apparently the case. For all his ambition, he was still a staunch traditionalist. It's actually quite impressive that his sense of honor remains intact even so many years after his death. I'd say this is a perverted case. The value that Malgoth placed on his bow alone may be enough for him to want it back. Or he may be using the right of theft as a more honorable justification for his new servitude. There was fear in his voice.
You would steal that which has already been stolen? Then enter the Shadowwood and seek it, though you will find only death. The bow is a boon to our army. You will not have it.
We're back in the Shadowwood. I had hoped not to visit here again. But if this is where he is holding the General's bow, then it's just as well. We need to find the shade to get the bow back. I don't know. We'll have to search until we find it, though. In the meantime, however, do you recall the glimmers of the past we saw earlier? It seems those spirits are trapped here in the Shadowwood. We should release them. It's the shadow rifts that bind them here. From this side, you only need to touch the rifts to close them. That will release the spirits from their torment and weaken Naaman's grip on this place. If you'll focus on that, I'll search for the shade. Good luck, and see you by the stones.
You will soon join us and fight at Morgoth's side. I hope you prepared for undeath. Naaman warned me about you, and You will die, and then you will serve us.
May Ifrit smile on you. You closed the rifts that bound us here. You must stop that shade, though. it ceased to do terrible things to Valenwood. Though I have passed on many years gone now, I still consider Valenwood my home. Thank you, and thank you again for releasing us from his grasp. To be pulled back from the rest of death and bound like this, forced to serve such darkness, was sheer torture. Though we are dead, the people of Verlaine are in your debt. Good luck.
Die, and then you will serve.
That was a harrowing experience all around. I'm glad it's over. I hope we have succeeded in weakening Naaman's grasp on Valenwood as a whole. Only one thing remains. We must deal with the spirit of General Malgoth. Yes, and since you have succeeded in stealing it, it falls on you to invoke the right of theft with the General. Whatever you ask him, he will be compelled to do. The compassionate choice would be to release the General and his army, to allow them to return to their rest. But if you prefer, you might ask them instead to turn against Naaman and aid our forces in the fight for Valenwood. The choice is yours.
So it's true then? You have retrieved my bow from the shade? My father told me, you will find your bow in an animal's bone. Before it's even carved, you will see it. Mammoth's tusk. Extraordinarily difficult to make a good bow out of, but it was just like he said. I saw it and I knew. What do you want? You want... I've misheard you. I thought you said leave. But we don't deserve rest. Not after what happened here. We belong to the ooze.
You released him. I think that was the right thing to do. Since you already freed the villagers' spirits from the Shadowwood, that means all the spirits here can now be at rest. We've done a good thing here. We've done all we can here, but it's clear that Naaman still seeks to harm Valenwood, so our work is not finished. I suggest we spread out and search for signs of darkness. When Auriel wills it, I am certain the Green will bring us together again. Unless you have questions for me, I will soon be on my way. We should both search the forest for other signs of Naaman's corruption. I fear at some point we will have to confront Naaman himself. A spiritual prison of a sort. Bosmer who break their oath to the Green Pact go there when they die, to reflect for an eternity. There's a place called Ours, where we bring the bodies of Oathbreakers. Some think it's a physical link to the ooze.
gods.
The hour of our glory is nigh. Razumdar forewarned me of your coming, and I have considered our circumstances carefully in light of that. I have the utmost faith in your capabilities, and I am confident that your arrival is an augur of our victory. Indeed. We have fought alongside many of the same soldiers, and word travels quickly when it involves heroics such as those attributed to you. I have anticipated the chance to meet you in person, and I am pleased the opportunity has finally arrived. This, my friend, is the calm before the storm. Our storm. The Maoma believe that holding hostages will prevent us from taking action, but we will not allow such cowardice to determine our course. We will act, and we will act decisively. We charge into their encampment, rescue the hostages, and slaughter their commanders. This full scout we captured gave us their locations. You and Razumdar shall spearhead our attack. One of you to handle the hostages, the other on the commanders. More brave soldiers arrive soon from Marbrook. We will rally them here and prepare to launch a full-scale attack. When your task is done, light the beacon in the lighthouse. That will be our signal to charge in and drive the bastards back to the sea. Olmian, Mayritel, and Bashira, all very influential in their own way. We need to ensure they're freed before we launch a full-scale attack. Husband of the Tree Thane of Woodhearth, Fariel. As good a fighter and tracker as any Wood Elf I've known. Just shows how Paladel caught even the best of us off guard. A respected noble from Somerset. She was on her way to Eldenroot to meet with the Thelmore. You might imagine the problems it would cause if something happened to her. Around here, they call him the Fat Cat. Wealthiest merchant in Woodhearth. But don't think his influence is limited to the city. Money moves, you know. More brave soldiers arrive soon from Marbrook. The Maoma fight as a unit. Like a crew loyal to their ship's captain, the Maoma will follow the commander's orders without hesitance. Remove the commander and they will fall into disarray. At least long enough for our strike to overwhelm them. He's a prisoner of war, so he'll be treated accordingly, of course. Unless he tries to escape, in which case we'll bury him neck deep on the beach at low tide and let the sea decide his fate.
Time to do what we do best, yes? This should be fun. Excellent. Many opportunities for heroism, adventure, and thrilling tales after the fact. So, my friend, what will it be? Will you tend to the hostages, or take out their commanders? Ha! Dirty hands for dirty work. Raz will see to our captive friends then. Stay out of sight if you can, or grab Larnil's armor. It's not fashionable, but you'll at least blend in. Always. Raz will see you at the lighthouse when our tasks are completed. Bright moons guide your steps.
Little elf thought he could get away from Ablan. He was wrong.
With you here, maybe I don't need to worry so much about getting my ship back from these cursed sea elves.
You mean there's not going to be a hostage exchange? Dirt-eating liars! We'll kill you all and feed your remains to the seagulls!
Paladil will pay for what they did to Astral. They will all pay.
I never thanked you for helping us back in Woodhearth. Astral was my friend, and because of you, we can catch the ones that did this to her.
Well met, Queen's Eye. Grim work to be done here, and we're glad to have you with us.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap. You betcha! Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
God's mercy! What's going on? Why don't you just kill me? To let me linger like this, it's wrong. Wait, you're not one of them, are you? Where in oblivion am I? Who are you? Vice-Reeve Paladil, that monstrous bastard! He captured us in Woodhearth and brought us here for some evil ritual. He bled us, mutilated us. He ripped out our eyes. Gods, do I even look normal anymore? No, I'm not all right. I'm dying. And it's just as well. It was that bitch, Asteril's sister. She pretended to be Asteril and ordered us into the Imperial Underground. Then the Veiled Heritants ambushed us. They needed sacrifices for the ritual. They were raising Prince Naaman from the dead, bringing him back and imbuing him with some terrible power. Peladil kept talking about how the prince would lead an undead army, but I don't think it worked out the way he hoped. When Naaman came back, he wasn't the same. Sounded like some evil spirit was speaking through him. He spat in Peladil's face. Then he just left. Peladil was furious. He stormed out a little later. That's all I was able to hear. No. My eyes are gone. I'm probably scarred all over my body. Please, I just want to die. All I ask, just make them pay for this.
Dagon one of these. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that. I really don't like the law.
Send another score and I will smite them just the same. I could cut down sea vipers all day long. Well done, my friend. We'll have the sanctuary back under control quickly now, but we can't stop here. The battle's only just begun. So I had hoped. But it seems Viceroy Peladil has taken to sea even before we arrived. I suspect he may attempt to flee when he realizes his forces have lost the shore. That's why you must go after him. You must ensure Peladil does not escape. Captain Jimala and her crew have retaken the Prowler and she says the ship's fit for action. They're ready to set sail as soon as you get on board. May the winds be at your back, my friend, and may Peladil fall quickly to your strength.
There you are. Impressive work back there. The Maormer didn't know what hit them when our forces stormed in, and I've got my ship back. Of course, the Prowler's been sitting at dock too long. She's ready to pounce on that bastard Paladil as soon as we catch him. And catch him soon we will. You have the captain's word on it. Good. The sooner we're underway, the sooner we can catch Paladil. Raise anchor!
The battle's on! Hurry! They need you topside!
Lords, that's mage fire! Clear the town!
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Mara's crotch! They summoned a god's sea serpent!
Watch out! It's going to ram us! Load the fire launcher. Burn that beast down before it sinks us.
Quickly! To the ballista!
Not like that. More incoming. Watch out! Destroy that damnable snake.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Yuli! Prepare to repel borders. Mages captured those portals. We'll use them to launch an attack.
That was a bit of a warm-up.
Even if I fall, Ningman has the Staff of Magnus. Nothing you can do will...
You made it. I was beginning to have my doubts, but I trust that the Viceroy will no longer be a threat. Then this is cause for celebration. Let us return to the shore and share the good news with Major Sirenwe. Are you ready to return? By Joan and Jode, I wasn't sure we make it out of that one, but you never cease to impress. Things are always exciting when you're around, it seems. No, I will stay aboard the Prowler. I miss her greatly when we are apart, so I will celebrate our victory here on deck with my crew and several bottles of moon sugar double rum. You go on. Savor this victory. You certainly earned it. We've got some repairs to do on the Prowler, but maybe we'll sail together again soon. Until then, stay safe.
The Queen must speak. Tales of today's battle will undoubtedly be told for generations. When soldiers of the Oldbury Dominion face impossible odds, they will not retreat. They will say, "Remember the Battle of Seaside Sanctuary," and they will press on to victory. Let us hope. If they do rear their ugly heads again, we will smite them once more. There remains one very serious concern, however. The soldiers we captured say the Viceroy conducted a ritual to raise Prince Naaman from the dead. We have conflicting reports on that concern, but Razumdar is investigating. Regardless, your first priority is to inform the Queen of our victory and this unfortunate news about her brother. Give her this letter. It contains all the details. Walk in radiance, my valiant friend. I hope that next time I am in battle, I find you at my side once again.
Oh, good. You made it back. My band owes you a debt of gratitude. It isn't often you meet such selfless travelers here. Words of gratitude are nice and all, but as a fellow adventurer, I know they don't fill the belly. Here, some coin for your trouble. We'll settle down here in Longhaven until we've fully rested up. Then maybe we'll hit those Argonians back and make them sorry they ever crossed us.
These are dangerous. I hear you've been busy, my friend. Good. Very good. Is that letter for me? I see. So the rumors were true. Paladil. It is good that you brought him to his end, but I hope you aren't too weary, may I? Paladil may be gone, but his actions are being felt across Valenwood. We have much left to do. News of this Indania intrigue me. Everyone I've spoken to about him says he possesses a sense beyond even the most talented scout, powers we do not fully understand. Keep him close. I believe he may be more important to us than we now know.
Can never have enough of that.
Auriel, grant me strength. I hope you're the one Indania spoke of. Thank the Eight. The army here is greater than we anticipated. Damn these gates. Damn the corruption. I should be in there, not Indania. He said you'll be able to pass through. Help him. Stop Naaman. He wasn't wrong. The veiled heritance subjected my brother's body to an unnatural resurrection, as a lich. He has the Staff of Magnus, and is using it to suppress Hectorhaim's necromantic wards and raise an undead army. Very. According to Indania, Hectorhaim guards the heart of Valenwood. He believes Naaman is corrupting it, and this corruption turns any soldiers we send forth feral. Indania knows more. He waits for you at the gate. Indania believes he can enter unharmed, and you as well. I pray he's right. We have only limited understanding of the history. Some time after the passing of the Aeliads, a necromancer or group of necromancers tried to raise an army of the dead. Necromantic wards were put in place, but now Naaman is suppressing them. Even as a lich, I don't believe Naaman is powerful enough to disrupt the ancient wards. Elandari believes it's the Staff of Magnus. We must retrieve the staff and secure it for the Aldmeri Dominion. Some say it once belonged to Magnus, the god of magic himself. Some say it was a gift. Others say it was stolen. Others believe it's a test. It suppresses magic, and it seems Naaman is using it to subdue the wards. I little understand it, but the Bosmer have described it to me as the center of Greenshade. As Naaman is allowed to corrupt it, the forest will die. The Bosmer here would lose their homes and be forced to flee.
While at first we thought only the Bosmer may be affected, we quickly realized the minds of others were in jeopardy as well. Indanir said, "There is something special about you." We pray he is right.
Be careful in there. No one can say what may lie within. I hope Indanir is safe.
Ariel watch over you. The Queen, the Main, and Indanir have all chosen to put their faith in you. I hope they are right.
The Eight watch over you. We lost a lot of good soldiers to the corruption. I pray Indanir is right about you.
Shazar worries for the people here. Main Akuz-Ri brought us to learn and assist, but sadly there was nothing to be done.
This isn't the place for Kali and Shazar, so close to this corruption, when they should be learning of their future roles.
Kali is but a student of the Main, but this one longs to be inside and undo this corruption.
Hectorheim. Lovely, isn't it? Especially with its moat of undead and eerily corrupted trees. As much as I know you want to take a peek inside, as long as those wards are up, no one is going anywhere near it.
I'm relieved you're here, my friend. As dark as my fears may have been, they pale in comparison to the reality. If the shade of Naaman corrupts the heart of Valenwood, then the realm he calls the Shadowwood will soon consume this one. It won't be easy. The enchantments that once kept evil out are now corrupted. It's something similar to the blight we saw in Verant Morass, but much stronger. Every soldier who's entered has turned feral. Even you and I would not be immune. It's risky, but to defeat the darkness, we may have to embrace it first. The green is corrupted, and I think I can use my connection with it to thrust us into the realm of the Shadowwood. In that realm, I suspect we can get past the blight. Let's hope this works. All right, there. We're in Shadowwood again, as foul as it ever was. We should be able to bypass the blight, though, and all the feral guardians that would block our way. Once we get in there, we need to head for the grotto. That's where the heart is. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? If we go feral, that's that. If not, I still suspect we'll encounter some resistance. The Shadowwood hasn't lacked for corrupted spirits elsewhere, and I can't imagine it will here either. We have to stop this! As formidable as you may be, I fear we couldn't get through here in the physical. unlucky. The shade has blocked the way. Let's see. These pedestals look as if they're still active. Yes, I know what to do. This is the entrance to the Valenhard. It seems the Shade of Naaman has taken care to ensure his work is not disturbed. This is an ancient Ayleid barrier. We'll need to activate the pedestals to pass. We'll need to get the keystones, Welkin stones I imagine, and the Shade has likely scattered them throughout the branches of Hectorheim. There is more too. I will need to study these pedestals to decipher the way of unsealing the door. Good thinking. Whatever we can do to speed this up. In fact, as soon as you find each keystone, bring it here before searching for the others. That will help me puzzle this out more quickly.
I warn you, the Naaman you faced before was fettered by fear and mortality. I have no such limitations.
Hates everyone.
The Welkin stones are the only way to break the barrier and enter the heart. I'll get you back in.
You are throwing your life for naught. The heart is already corrupted. There's nothing you can do about that now.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant archer.
The Welkin stones are the only... Let's get you back in there.
Crazier than a cat on scuba.
Come and witness my wrath achieved. Then you will die.
Good. This should work. Hurry, we have to save the heart.
Spawn! I read we'll get what's coming to her soon enough.
Why won't you just die?
Incredible. I've never seen such terrible power. But you didn't flinch. The shade is gone, but his corruption is not. Look at the heart. It's overflowing with corruption, spreading the darkness all over Valenwood. I don't know, but I have to try something. As I suggested before, perhaps the only way to defeat the darkness is to embrace it. I think I might be able to draw the corruption out of the heart and into myself. It'll be the end of me, I suppose. But the loss of one life, to save the Valenwood, there's no choice in that. Ifre, guide me. I hope this works. It's working. Just a little more.
What happened here? Indenir is dead? He is playing one of his Bosmer tricks. He must be. No. He really is dead. Dark moons. Curse you, Indenir, for being mortar. And curse us for being so slow to arrive after we saw the corruption recede. Just like a Bosmer. It is not enough for him to save us all. He must mock us with the nobility of his sacrifice. We will feel this loss more deeply than most. But it looks like the dead prince is dead once again. Indeed, Queen Irene should be informed. She entrusted you with this mission, so it would be best if you told. Wait, did you feel that? Look! Indenir!
Perhaps you should take a few steps back, Bane. The Valenheart. It saved Indenir.
Saved him? Cariel?
The Valenwood brought him back. It's Ifre's will.
What happened?
Indenir, Ifre has chosen you. You're the Sylvanar.
Could it be true? Me? The Sylvanar? I fell down into death, and the Green reached out and picked me up and set me on my feet, and I was here again, alive. Incredible. Indescribable. Transformed. I have seen my making and my unmaking, and I am awestruck. I never imagined when the last Sylvanar died that I would be chosen. But if the people wish it of me, I will accept this role.
I'm going to go let Raz know. I'm sure he's pushed into the grotto by now with the vine dusks.
Yes, and Queen Irene must be informed as well.
Come, I need to speak with Queen Irene. I expect she'll want to speak with you as well.
Is it true? What Cariel speaks? Indenir resurrected? Raz has had his eyes on other things, or he would not have missed it. And Naaman. Raz assumes he's dead. Again. Queen Irene has already decided to blame Peladil and the Heritans for this treachery. But Raz knows she loved her brother in her own High Elf noble, emotionally stunted way. Tell her, but gently.
Believe me, I'd have been by your side, but that Cariel, she's a feisty one. The things she threatened me with if I followed. I thought the vine dusks were tough, but the eyes of the Queen? I'll be happy to stay on their good side.
Looks like you took care of Naaman. Greenshade is safe now.
A shame I missed out on all the fun. You owe me quite the tale now.
Quite an amazing scene to witness. Ah, How did this one miss it? Talking to torchbugs, healing the forest, seeing invisible spriggans. I thought he was just another mad Bosmer. Turns out, I was the mad one, and Indaenir was the Sylvanar all along. Besides a timely resurrection, a wedding, of course. He will be joined to the Green Lady, and together they will represent Valenwood as leaders of the Dominion, with Queen Arryn and myself.
My soldiers stir from their feral state. I can only assume that corruption has receded and Naaman is again put to rest. It is well. The funeral rites and honors may proceed as originally planned. My brother was a pawn of the veiled heritance, you understand? The mistreatment of his royal body only makes their treason the worse. Now, what of the staff of Magnus? Thank you. I will see to its safeguarding personally. The Sylvanar. By the Eight. Main Akuzri, is this true? If so, that changes a great deal.
His spirit was gone from the mortal world. The Valenwood restored him.
Indaenir?
The Main speaks the truth, Queen Irene.
Cariel herself said Ifrei chose him. This one agrees.
Then rise, Indaenir. It is I who have the honor of bowing to you.
Queen Irene, please,
People of the Aldmeri Dominion, I present to you your new Sylvanar. We won a necessary victory for the Dominion today, and we have you to thank. I'll see to the staff of Magnus's safety myself. As for you, the Bosmer have their Sylvanar. With both the Sylvanar and the Green Lady, it's time the two became one. Go to Velen Harbor in Malabal Tor, and we will make preparations. The Green Lady is in Malabal Tor, but rumors of attacks from Redguards have reached us. It's imperative that the Green Lady be kept safe so that she and the Sylvanar may be joined. Velen Harbor, along the Broken Coast. It's a quiet little town, the perfect place for a wedding. Head there and inform the locals of the impending nuptials. I'll be along soon to bring the Green Lady her Sylvanar.
I hope our paths cross again under better circumstances.
Velen Harbor is rumored to be overrun. I wish you luck. We'll be preparing for Malabal Tor ourselves.
It seems a ceremony is in order. Indaenir will meet up with the Green Lady, and the two will be united in Sylvanar. This one hopes to see you there.
This one hopes to see you again. Times are rough with Great War, and we could use your help securing the Dominion. Kalzana Bijo only seeks to protect and educate the Lunar Champions.
I wish you luck in Malabal Tor. I hope to see you at the joining of the Sylvanar and the Green Lady.
Valenwood is only alive because of you. We are all in your debt, I especially. And having a Sylvanar in your debt can be a good thing. I'll be on my way to Malabal Tor now. I will undoubtedly see you there.
Lord Garashri spoke of the ceremony between the Sylvanar and the Green Lady. This one hopes to be there.
This one wonders where our journeys will take us next. Hopefully not back to elsewhere so soon.
You saved Greenshade, and my people are safe. I can't thank you enough.
Sounds like the Dominion leaders will be moving to Malabal Tor. I'll remain to ensure the Heritance regrets setting foot on Greenshade.